Namaste, yogis. Welcome to day 4 of the Ashtanga Basics Challenge. Today we're looking at Uttita Trikonasana A, the triangle pose, and Uttita Trikonasana B, or Parivrita Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. So we begin standing at the top of your mat with your big toes and heels together. On A count, our first breath, you inhale, step your feet out to the right. So your toes at first are going to be in line with the right side of your mat. Your legs should be about 3 feet apart. Then you turn your right toes to face the back of your mat, and your left toes rotate in about 45 degrees. Your front heel should be in line either with your back heel if you're a complete beginner or you're newer to the practice, or the front heel in line with your back instep, the arch of your foot, if you're a bit more advanced. Reach your arms straight out, and as you exhale, you start to shift your top hip a little bit up, so you're bending in your pelvis. You allow your right hip to pull in, and then your left hip to lift a little bit up, so you can go straight down from your pelvis and reach somewhere along your right leg. Rotate your chest to look up to your left fingertips. Engage your pelvic floor and find your tripod on your feet. Your big toe, little toe, and heel rooting into the earth. So super strong in your pelvic floor and your tripod. Then again, remember to lift your kneecaps and squeeze your thighs. So super engaged. Roll your shoulders down. Keep the energy lifting up. Be careful not to collapse. If you feel that you can go deeper after surrendering here for a few breaths, see if you can grab onto your right big toe. But it's not a competition. If you feel that your knees cannot be straight, if you're reaching down here, or you're compromising the alignment of the pose, stay up higher until you have the flexibility to go down lower with ease. So you hold this position for 5 breaths. Keep lengthening in your neck. Keep rolling the shoulders down and letting energy reach through your fingers. This is a great posture for alignment of your neck and your shoulders. You stay for 5 breaths. And Trini on the 3rd breath, as you inhale, you rise up. Keep your arms straight out to the side as you rotate your legs the other direction. So turn your right toes in 45 degrees, and then the left toes out to the front of your mat. So your toes are pointing straight to the top of your mat. Chaturya, our 4th breath. You exhale, again locate your pelvis and tilt your pelvis so that your right hip is up and you're pulling the left hip back into your hip socket. Reach down to your left leg and rotate your chest up. Reach through your fingers, and again the energy lifts up. Check in with your rib cage, make sure it's not flopping down. Your belly button pulls into your spine, make sure your back is not arching here. Your pelvic floor, super duper engaged. Again, as you surrender to gravity and create more flexibility in your hamstrings and your hips and your pelvis, maybe you can go down and grab the big toe. Keep rolling your shoulders back and rotating your chest up. Look to your fingers. Stay for 5 deep breaths. Remember the tripod in your feet, big toe, little toe, and heel, rooting into the earth. After your 5th breath, Pancha, inhale. As you inhale, you must engage your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor, so you can rise up without falling. Exhale, turn all 10 toes again, back to face the front. So that's Trikonasana A. From here, we move directly to Trikonasana B, or revolved triangle. So turn your right toes, again to face the back of the mat. Turn your left toes in 45 degrees. And again, your front heel lines up either with your back heel if you're a beginner, or front heel to your back instep if you're a little bit more advanced. There are two parts to this asana, to this posture. The first part is the forward bend, and the second part is going to be your twist. A, come inhale, reach your left arm up, and then you reach forward. So as we're learning this posture, you can take your right hand to your right hip and make sure your hips are really square over your right leg. You can lift your left arm up, pull your belly button into your spine here, and as you exhale, create a flat back. So you should have like a tabletop with your spine. You have to pull the right hip back into the socket and feel that your left hip is pulling a little bit forward to keep your hips square and even over the right leg. So once you have this forward bend, then you want to start to twist, rotating your chest all the way around your right leg, and then placing your left hand to the outside of your right foot. You might want a block for this one if you're a beginner and have trouble finding your leg. So you can take a block to the outside of your right foot, and as you twist, place your left hand on top of the block. Rotate your chest to the right and reach your right arm up. Look to your right fingertips. Engage your pelvic floor. Pull your belly button into your spine, and every exhale, try to twist a little bit deeper. This is a great posture for digestion. Any twist is really good for cleansing and digestion in your body. You hold here for 5 breaths. Maybe you don't need the block, but you can't quite reach the floor yet. You can also take your hand to your leg. So after 5 breaths, again, engage your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor lifts. Trini, inhale. Rise up, rotate again to the side of your mat. Turn your right toes in and turn all the way around to face your left leg. Your left toes face the front of your mat. Right arm reaches up. You can place your left hand on your left hip. Exhale, you first find the forward bend. Flat back, square hips. Left hip back, right hip a little bit forward. Belly button pulls into your spine. Exhale, start to twist already. Twisting your upper body across your left leg, and then the right hand comes down to the outside of your foot. Again, maybe you need to place a block there, or you can just take your hand to the outside of your leg. Reach your left arm up and twist to face your left fingers. So every inhale, create more length through your spine. Every exhale, twist a little bit deeper. You must keep your pelvic floor engaged. Oftentimes, beginners get really frustrated here because your balance is thrown off. You're twisting and you're looking up. It's really hard to balance here. It's definitely a challenging pose. So don't give up. Don't be hard on yourself. Keep going, keep practicing, keep trying. Use whatever props you need to start. And after you take 5 breaths there, inhale as you engage your pelvic floor. Reach your arms back out to the side, square off your hips to the side of your mat. And exhale, Samasthiti. Bring both feet back together. So I hope that went really well for you guys. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.